Hey there, Blessed Mama. We are here to help you, the working mom, manage your personal and professional life without losing your mind. This is a podcast for you. I'm Blair Critch, and I went from a teacher to a stay-at-home to a 7-figure online business owner. And listen, that didn't happen overnight. It happened after we actually hit rock bottom. Bankruptcy that shook us. Then to find out my husband had an addiction problem, I decided that day I would grow and learn how to build a flexible business of freedom. Now today, I'm passionate about teaching other women the exact same thing through systems and strategies full of faith, fun, and drive.
What is up? I am Kelly Hoover, retired corporate pharmaceutical rep to network marketing millionaire and small business owner. After recovering from a brain tumor, I knew I wanted to go after my dreams and make life happen. Quit waiting around for the perfect time. So I learned social media and how to master my time, and then the magic really started happening. If you are looking to create connections and own your time management skills, then this is the place for you. Let's do it.
Welcome to Blessed Momma Bosses podcast, all about how to have true financial wealth while using network marketing as your vehicle. I'm so excited to be on this Blessed Momma Bosses special podcast today by myself. This is Blair Critch. No Kelly Hoover and I doing K&B Real Talk today. Instead, I'm coming to you to share with you something that I learned years ago that really helped me to hone in on helping others find true financial wealth, helping me and my family have true financial wealth, and being able to educate others on what network marketing and direct sales can truly do for them. I know sometimes network marketing and direct sales can get a bad rap, right? People think, what is that MLM, pyramid scheme, all those silly things that people think, right? Immediately when I think of that, I always think of, hello, are you working for a corporation? Because that's a pyramid scheme. You have a CEO, and then they make money off everybody else, and everybody else works for each other, and it just goes down like that. But I want to also clear the air before we even get started today. A pyramid scheme is actually simply illegal. Yeah, it's illegal. A pyramid scheme is when you sell something but never actually give a service or product or something tangible for them to get from you. That's like, for example, if somebody paid $5,000 to join a company and they never got anything for it, that's a pyramid scheme. But if you spend $200 on starting up with a company and you get product from them for that $200, that's not a pyramid scheme. And earning commissions off others is not a pyramid scheme. It's how every single business is run. If you're in real estate, your real estate broker makes a commission off every single transaction you do. If you're in insurance, your boss makes, transactional fee off everything you do. And so on and so on. It's how most businesses set up to reward the people who are working, right? And reward the leaders who are leading a team. So that's exactly what happens with network marketing direct sales, as well as the fact that they really take these amazing products, most of the companies, and they get it into the consumer's hands at a much cheaper price instead of having to go through the middlemen, stocking shelves, etc., inside of stores and paying those extra fees. So today I'm going to talk to you also about the Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you have not read it, write that down right now. Not if you're driving, but write that down. That is a book that you want to make sure you have read in your lifetime. It is so amazing. He talks about what he learned from having a friend who had a really rich dad and having his own father who he would consider poor and what investors would think. And he really learned all these lessons. And now he is a multi-millionaire who wrote the book Cash Flow Quadrant as well that I'll be referencing. And he also wrote an amazing book called The Business of the 21st Century. That's literally about why network marketing can be that vehicle for people getting that true financial wealth. So I'm excited to start this up today. Listen all the way through, even if you're like, wow, I'm not even in a business right now. I don't have a side hustle. I don't have a network marketing direct sales business. Listen into this today and share it with people who you think might find value in it. So the quickest way in any business that's sales or opportunity based is to build a team. It's the fastest way to grow your financial wealth. Now, if you're listening to this today and you're like, Blair, I'm not in a business that has teammates, then I want you to think about how you can also have brand ambassadors. So for example, a local boutique down the street might use others in their community to share the word about how great their boutique is. By simply giving them discount codes, etc., it helps them get people in the door. Even big Fortune 500 companies are using referral codes, Instagram influencers, micro influencers, YouTubers to showcase their company more than paid advertising on TV right now. Why is that? Well, because this method of having others share your message works. People would much rather buy from someone who loves a product that they know because they trust it, they believe it. 72% of Instagram users report making purchase decisions based on something that they saw while browsing the app. Think about that. How many times have you bought something because you saw something on Facebook or Instagram? I would say half of my Amazon purchases are because somebody else said this product or this sweatshirt or this t-shirt or this new snack is awesome and I got it on Amazon, right? So think about that. If you're not incorporating right now social media marketing, you're really missing out. And this is another really cool thing is that you don't have to be a huge celebrity to influence buying behavior. Fans and brand advocates are driving the most engagement at 8% right now on Instagram, while celebrities are only driving 1.6%. So if you're scrolling through Instagram, you're scrolling through Facebook on a regular basis, why would you not want to be getting paid for it? Why would you not want to add in a side hustle, a side business, something that could bring you true financial wealth in the future? So don't hop off if you're not really sure what I'm talking about. Don't hop off if you're like, I don't have a team or I'm not in network marketing direct sales, because this will still apply to you. So first, I want to make sure I walk you through the cash flow quadrant, the one that I was talking about that Robert Kiyosaki created. It is a square image, and you can Google it and find it, but on the left hand in the square, on the top left side is employee. And then underneath that on the bottom left side is self-employed. And what the goal is that you're trying to go from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. And on the right top is the spot for business owner. And underneath that, bottom right, is the investor. That's where true financial freedom is. That's where the top 2% of the world are. Okay, it's a very small amount of people. Now, why does this matter? Because as you build your business, you want to start building that you're making money while you sleep. All right. You want to have people growing your team, growing your business while you're out doing other things, and then use that money to become an investor. And I'm going to explain that in just a minute. Maybe using it to have properties like Kelly and I do, or using it to invest in things or invest in the stock market, things like that. So let's break down the cash flow quadrant. So first of all, I want you to think about this. And this is actually, I pulled it right out of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He says, most ordinary people have been brainwashed with this script. So I want you to listen and think about, have you been brainwashed with this script? Go to school, get a job, grind away for 25 years or more, save money, retire with a pension. And we've heard this advice again and again growing up. It's been drilled into our system so much that it's literally the script we follow the rest of our lives. But is this the only way to live? Are we born only to pay bills and only have pleasure on the weekends? I want you to think about that. Is that the way you want to live your life? And if it is, that's totally fine. But having a side gig can still help you have financial freedom that you never thought was possible. Now, I grew up in a home, probably much like you guys, where this was the script in my home. It was, Blair, what do you want to be when you grow up? A teacher would be a great idea because then you could go to school for 4 years, graduate, start making money right away, maybe go back for your master's at night, make a little bit extra money. And in 30 years, you'll retire and that will be it. That was the script I heard in my house. So I'm curious, what script have you heard in your house? Make sure you tag us on social media. We'd love to hear what you hear and if that's something that you grew up hearing as well. So today I'm going to break down the cash flow quadrant for you. Let's talk about that first top left part, the E, employee. Yep, that means you have a job, a job. You're exchanging your time and effort for an income. You don't work, you don't get paid, right? This is the most populated quadrant and the least compensated quadrant. Think about that for a second. Who has been there or is there now? We want to know. Currently, if you are an employee, you have practically no tax breaks and you're probably paying about anywhere from 30 to 50% in taxes, right? So every time you make a paycheck, you're giving a big chunk of it away to Uncle Sam. An employee also craves security and is risk adverse. They devote their whole waking hours to working to benefit their company, to benefit somebody else. And they would be seriously broke if that company went bankrupt or shuts down. And that's actually what's happening right now during COVID, right? A lot of companies had to stop production for a little bit, or they had to downsize, or they had to completely shut down. And what does that do to those people who are in that employee quadrant? Now, underneath the employee quadrant in the bottom left square is self-employed. That means you own a JOB. You basically just own a JOB, but you still got a JOB, okay? You work for yourself, but you can't take a 6-week holiday or vacation and your business keeps on going without you. No way. You have to be there. This is a very rewarding quadrant, but it's also one of the riskiest quadrants, right? We know that most small businesses shut down within their first year. This is the gateway quadrant to business ownership and eventually becoming an investor. You will set up your own company, either selling products, services, and you have to formulate strategies to make sure you attract enough clients in exchange for payment. You're still trading time for money. You'll be responsible for every position in that company as a self-employed person. We've done this before. You have to become the jack of all trades. You'll have a few tax privileges that are not available to employees. I mean, you can charge your home office, things like that. But compared to an employee, a self-employed person can at least spend the day without constantly being told what to do by somebody else and how they have to do it, right? The cons, though, are that you still pay high taxes and you have to depend on others to make sure your business continues. You have to depend on loyal clients. Then let's move to quadrant 3, which is the top right. That's a business owner. The third quadrant is composed of business owners working hard. They're pioneers who've leveraged their skills and transform their ideas into actual business systems. It's not just about owning their own boutique or their own shop or restaurant. It's about leveraging it to create the system so others can go and copy and repeat and you make money off of them. Business owners can hire employees to work their systems and have distinct advantages: flexibility, tax breaks, stimulating leadership roles, rather than holding down just a repetitive job over and over. They have tons of write-offs. They can write off business expenses such as internet, cellular plans, home office, trips, learning and growing and learning more things. All of those things can definitely be written off that business and even more. So much can be written off that you need to make sure you look into all the tax benefits of a business owner. More importantly, once successful, you can sell your business for millions, or you can have a lot of other people copying and repeating the same thing where even at night while you're sleeping, you're making money. You need experience and education, and that can be really expensive for a business owner. A lot of people who are starting up, for example, maybe they're starting up a ultrasound business and then they want to go on and have other people franchise that. Well, there's a lot of expenses with that, right? And so that's, again, one of the reasons why Robert Kiyosaki says in Business of the 21st Century book, it's really great to find a network marketing direct sales business that you can do with low expense and immediately make money over starting one of these big, really expensive businesses if you're trying to get to true financial wealth. Now, I'm going to share with you at the end today 3 top tips of how to pick out that network marketing direct sales. So stay tuned. Now, let's talk a little bit about quadrant 4. So moving from the top right business owner to the bottom right, which is the one that we should all be striving for in our life. It's called the investor quadrant. Investors are the rock stars of financial security. They are the ones that are possessing the highest amount of skills, cash, opportunities, and investors know how to make their money work for them by simply placing them in secure real estate investments, savings, bonds, or other forms of financial vehicles that regularly spit out dividends. Their long-term aim is to accumulate so much money that they can forget about working and just live off their savings, or even better, the interest dividends from their investments. The essence of Kiyosaki's original book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, basically boils down to encouraging people who are stuck in the employee and self-employed quadrants to work hard, take steps so they can eventually make it to the investor quadrant. Every person can create a budget, start saving money, and take those first steps to financial freedom. It's also stated several times in the Cash Flow Quadrant book that true investors pull in dollars even in bad markets. So how can you get to that investor spot? Well, get to the business owner as fast as you can. That's why network marketing is a great way to get to that true financial wealth. Make that money, stay with your current job, take that extra money that you're earning with that network marketing direct sales business and put that into investing in some of those things that will spit out dividends, like real estate investment, savings, bonds, and other amazing things like the stock market right now, right? So 77% of Americans right now are interested in flexible income opportunities. So the opportunity is huge once you decide what to partner with and start moving forward. MLM, network marketing, direct sales, it's not a bad word anymore. Actually, it's something that will bring people true financial freedom. So why not make money, then invest it, and get yourself to that true financial freedom? I want you to listen to these statistics, okay? The network marketing direct selling world, the global direct selling in 2015. Now we're in 2020 now. So I want you to think this is a bigger number. I don't even know what the new number is. This was just the only one I could seem to find. But I know that network marketing businesses have been blowing up even during this COVID. It's when a lot of times they do even better. So in 2015, they had $183.7 billion industry for the year. Okay. The NFL is only $13 billion. Music industry, $15 billion. Video game industry, $67 billion, according to Fortune. Movies box office is a $10.8 billion. Movie industry is $38.3 billion. Organic products, $91 billion. Network marketing, again, $183.7 billion. So if you're thinking like, yeah, I'm ready to make that extra money, or I'm already in a network marketing business, I want to start getting to that investor spot, start making your millions with a low start off cost network marketing direct sales business, take that money and move it over into the investment side. Now, how do you decide what company to be a part of, right? Because you're like, I get it, Blair. I understand what you're saying. I have not partnered with one yet, or maybe I am partnered with one, but I'm not really doing much with them. And I'd like to kind of consider some other ones. So I'm going to give you guys my 3 top tips after being in this industry for over 10 years now. Okay. Number 1, make sure you can stand by the product. There are so many great products out there that are only sold by direct sales network marketing. That's how they can get it to the consumer for a better price than dealing with the middleman and getting it in the markets, right? And it's also the smartest way to market, especially right now with the way the world is, right? So make sure you can stand by the product. Do you love what it is that you're going to be sharing? Because if you come from an authentic place of sharing and not selling, you're going to do so much better. So number 1, make sure you can stand by the product. So that might mean that you have to try out a bunch of different products from a bunch of different companies until you find something that you are super passionate about. Number 2, another really great tip for trying to decide what company to join is the comp plan, the reward plan. How are you going to make the money, right? Make sure it makes sense to you and that it doesn't penalize you for your success. Meaning, when you grow new leaders, you don't want to stop earning on them when they get to a certain size. You should be able to continue to earn off them, and you should make sure that there are multiple ways to earn within the company. I've seen a lot of different comp plans out there, and sometimes when you bring in a new leader and they blow up and they get to the top of the compensation plan, you no longer make money from them. That doesn't make any sense to me. So make sure you understand the comp plan and that you're asking specifically about those things and making sure there's multiple ways to earn. And also think about, do you want an auto bonus program? You know, that was something I didn't have with my first company that I was with when I was with a jewelry company. And I always saw these people like earning their cars. And I thought, wow, that would be really great because the second biggest expense in all Americans' homes are their cars. And I thought that would really push and drive people, but it would also help Ryan and I. And so I want you to really think about that. Do you want an auto bonus program? If the answer is yes, then make sure when you're looking at these different companies, how hard is it to attain? If it's going to take you 5 years, that's crazy. Like I know my company is the second spot of the compensation plan. That's a pretty easy thing to accomplish. So make sure you look into the auto bonus program if that's something you're interested in as well. And tip number 3, why pay to be part of a company? I've never understood that. And listen, don't get mad at me if you're in a company that you do have to be paid, because I'm going to talk about that in a second. But I've never understood why companies charge their promoters, stylists, whatever you want to call them, a fee for selling their products. It never has made sense to me. So just be careful with that. You listen, they don't have to be a brand new young company. There are so many people that are joining companies that have been around for 30 years and they're making money. It's really about what you do with it. But I will tell you that some of the old school companies are charging for every little thing. Now, there's nothing wrong with them charging a yearly fee. I'm not saying to not look at any company that does that. What I'm saying is check all the fees. Look and see what all the fees are. Don't just ask what's the cost to get started. Ask what's the cost to maintain every year, and make sure you're not getting hit with a whole bunch of different fees. And then I also want you to think about, do you want inventory or not? Because my first company, people could still go to my website and order, but I really needed to have all the jewelry to show at the parties, at the events, to show off. And so when I joined my second company, it was because number 1, I fell in love with the product and I couldn't not share it. But second, I also love the fact that I didn't have to have any inventory. Any product that I purchased was because I'm using it myself or my spouse or my children. And maybe I have a little bit extra to drop off at people's houses if they want to sample it. But that's it. I don't have to have a large space in my house and worry that the things that I bought might not sell. So make sure you look into that as well if that's something you want to make sure you don't have as inventory. So those are my top 3 tips when you're looking for a company. And listen, if you're feeling like a little bit confused right now, you're thinking, I definitely want to make this extra money because I want to get to that investor spot that Blair was talking about, but I'm not sure where to look. Reach out to us with Blessed Momma Bosses. You can reach out to Kelly Hoover. You can reach out to me, Blair Critch, or you can reach out to us directly on Instagram at Blessed Momma Bosses _ or on Facebook at Blessed Momma Bosses. But we'll help you. You can share with us the things that you're passionate about, what you love. We can see if we can point you in the right direction of some great companies out there that are having lots of success. Also, inside of our free group, Blessed Momma Bosses, which you can find on Facebook, or you can go to blessedmammabossesgroup.com. You can put up a question in there. Ask people why they love their current company and how much they're making a month. Feel free to put up a question like that. We'd love to see you do that and get all these different people sharing why they love their company, because our Blessed Momma Bosses Facebook group is comprised of all different network marketing, direct sales, insurance companies, real estate agents. We have all kinds of small business owners inside of there. And so we'd love for you to find the right fit for you. Listen, I love coming on here and sharing stuff like this. I hope you could hear it in my passionate voice today, because I truly believe that the network marketing direct sales industry completely changed my life. When we were getting out of our bankruptcy and out of Ryan's addiction problem, I wouldn't have been able to get through that time if I hadn't have found that jewelry company, started making that money, getting confident, knowing that I could take care of myself, knowing that I had choices. And for me, true freedom is about choices. And so that's what I really got out of this industry. And also financial freedom that we never thought we would have. Then move into the last 6 years of my current company. We have really reached a place in our life that we never knew we would ever be financially. As somebody who became a kindergarten teacher, I never thought I could make over 6 figures a year with a company and really enjoy what I'm doing and have the flexibility to be home and be at every game and be at every practice that I want to be at and be able to shut down when I want to shut down and work when I want to work. That is choices. That is freedom. And so I hope that you find that right fit for you and that you can start to make that money and that you pay off your debt and then move that money into the investor quadrant and start to truly have financial freedom. So I hope you have a great day. Make it a great day for others. And we'll see you Tuesday at 6 a.m. Eastern when our next podcast drops.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and want to hang out with us more. Join us inside our Facebook community. You can find us at www.blessedmammabossesgroup.com. We'll see you inside.